I am Doomsvince. This is day 130 of Spawn Year.
The first season of the first incarnation of Spawn, I can finally say I've thoroughly, consistently enjoyed, is already over. 6 episodes. I can already see the sand in the hourglass running out. I can already see the eviction notice sliding across the door in from the darkness. My time here is going to be short. I can feel it. Doomsvince will shortly expel me from paradise. But I should probably leave anyway. I have more than overstayed my welcome. The longer I indulge myself, the more painful it will be to live without all these marvelous distractions. Just like my Mountain Dew addiction. And again, there's every possibility Doomsvince planted this little funhouse so I would forget about trying to find him, and has some other devious plot for torturing me when he's decided I've had enough bliss. Lord knows I've taken every advantage of this mirage in the middle of the wilderness. I've watched television, played video games, read comics that weren't Spawn. For now, I'm staying where I am, if for no other reason than I'm hoping to review good Spawn for as long as possible. Without experiencing Spawn Year for yourself, dear reader, you may not understand just what an incredible relief that has been. And this season finale is no exception. As usual, there's a central theme tying everything together, and it's the last thing I expected to see: the evil of killing itself. That idea has always generically been at the forefront of Spawn's story. Hell wants him to kill, and the more he does, the more he becomes their pawn, just as he was Wynn's pawn in life, doing the same thing. What I never quite understood in the comics was why Hell didn't seem to care about Al's motivations for his killing, just so long as he did it, and why Malbolgia didn't seem to care who he was going after at all. Well, that's because the whole idea of Earth as Spawn's training ground really gets lost in all the confusion, since Clown is a proper facilitator here, throwing real, defined tests at Spawn. It's clear that his plan to push Spawn with Cyan's kidnapping, making it personal and appealing to Al's rage to coax him into murdering Kincaid, isn't the final endgame that will magically turn Spawn fully evil and cause him to embrace his role in Hell's army. He's already killed people since he returned to Earth, and he hasn't suddenly wanted to report the Clown for duty. Those killings are important because they've all led to Cyan's kidnapping. It's that domino effect we explored 2 episodes ago. If Spawn hadn't killed Overkill, Twist wouldn't need Wynn's help in getting the Roman Mafia off his back, and wouldn't have motivation to go against Spawn's threats and do Wynn's bidding and having Cyan abducted. And if Spawn hadn't stolen guns to kill Overkill with, Wynn wouldn't be looking for Spawn. This is another idea McFarlane may have wanted to communicate in his comics, and I didn't pick up on, that he says in his introduction. The question of whether killing killers is ridding the world of evil or creating more of it. I'm beginning to wonder if Todd wrote those intros himself or if someone else did. If the words are his, he may have been better off writing books of philosophy than comics. There wouldn't be a lot of ideas there nobody had ever heard before, but at least I'd know what he was getting at. So after choosing to turn away from evil by stopping it wherever he can last episode, here he chooses not to add to evil by creating whatever awful consequences may have inadvertently come from killing Billy Kincaid. That's right, in the comics, Billy's introduced in one issue and mutilated by Spawn at the end of that same issue. The TV show subverts veteran readers' expectations by keeping Billy around all season, having Clown use him as a victim to prey on Spawn's weakness, and then Spawn doesn't kill him. The same child killer used as an early example of Spawn's impulsive killing is used here as a chance for Spawn to choose a different path. Oh, he wants to kill him, but he recognizes, I think, that there's more going on here than a psycho hurting someone he cares about. He's being manipulated by Clown to kill on primal feelings. To be tricked into hating so much, all he wants to do is kill, no matter who it is. Here, he uses whatever ability to love he still has left and denies himself the sick pleasure of seeing one more nutjob die. Billy Kincaid is a gun Clown fired, loaded by Twist, who is ordered by Wynn. He's so far gone, he's incapable of controlling his disgusting, mortifying impulses, and that's precisely the sort of weapon Clown is trying to turn Spawn into, trying to coerce him into giving up his free will, willingly. So although he's killed before, making this conscious choice not to sets Spawn on a possible path of redemption. We've never seen a moment even remotely resembling this in the comics. I like this solid resolution to this overarching A story, with seeds planted for things to come. Spawn gives Cyan his wedding band, a symbol of his finally accepting his old life is gone. He had been clinging to those words, Al and Wanda forever, and I like that this giving up on that fantasy coincides with his choice not to kill Kincaid. He isn't shackling himself to his past or to Hell's plans for him. Since he's completely incapable of doing that in the comics, I can't begin to predict what will happen next, and I'm praying to that weird little old lady with the cane that the show continues. Wanda gets the ring, suggesting she may soon discover Al's still alive, and it's neat that Wynn starts to sweat when someone more powerful than him snatches Cyan out from under him. He can't know he's dealing with demons from hell itself. The one thing that doesn't work here is that Sam and Twitch manage to piece everything together to implicate Kincaid precisely at the same time Spawn is going after him. And again, they serve mostly to give exposition to the audience and to provide a general police presence in the show, though they get a glimpse of Spawn, so maybe they'll get more to do soon. It's also strange that Angela was set up last episode and she doesn't show up here in the season finale. Clown kills Billy since he's no longer of any use to Hell, and I like that Clown's disappointed because his favorite sick human wasn't evil enough to get himself killed. There's brilliant tension here in the scene where Billy puts a warped record on to set the mood for killing Cyan. I was genuinely creeped out in the right way. As graphic as this show is, I'm grateful it never goes too far with Kincaid like issue 5 did. I could probably have gotten through this series and still stomached popsicles. Lastly, I actually felt something when Cyan gets rescued and returned to her family because I've come to appreciate Wanda and how her noble intentions indirectly led to the abduction. Interesting how her and Spawn's character arcs parallel in that way. I hope there's more animated Spawn tomorrow, and then I hope it lasts 10 more seasons. Signed, Captain Logan.